That's the only reason I want to be a fucking an astronaut is so I can just sit in a fucking rocket as I'm getting sent to space, and I can just be like, "Yeah, bitch, yeah."
In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission: to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast. Talk about that offline anyways. It's Thursday.
Marry the ass, buy the tits.
There you go. We got drinks in our hands. There's sticks on the table somewhere. Johnny boy, what are we about to do?
We're about to
Go ahead, say it. Just say it.
we're about to masturbate.
Yeah, we are. It is time for Freedom Friends Master Debate, brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO, score yourself that sweet 15% off. And of course, our buddies over at Icy Tech Coolers. Use that code FreedomFriends10. Get yourself 10% off over there. And owellness.us for all your CBD needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. Get yourself a quarter off your order. Boys, how the fuck we doing on this Thursday?
Looks like we're the grown-ups over
Apparently.
here.
Well, I mean, he got broken. So,
Twice in one night.
all right. So, Justin, you got a topic for us, pal?
All right, boys.
All right, boys. What's up, man?
So I want to know.
I gotta wipe my tears.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck.
The drinks have been flowing tonight.
Pull
I've
it
only had
together,
one
man.
and a half.
I'm the same.
So with the age of electronics and the internet, I want to know, should the internet be free? Is it such a commodity nowadays that it shouldn't be charged because
Nope, I pay
it's
for
a
electricity.
necessity?
I don't have an internet bill. I have a I don't know.
Do you get free internet?
I pay for internet. You do have internet bill.
You have an ISP bill.
I guarantee you do.
Like you,
Even if you don't turn it on, it's still
you pay for somebody to have a modem in your house.
I don't know how it can be free.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a service.
he still hasn't
I'm
figured
kind
out
of
how
with
to
you on
It's
that.
like
yet.
electricity, right?
Like fucking Ben Franklin fucking discovered that shit a long time ago. I'm still paying for it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Because the thing is that somebody has to do the infrastructure.
well,
somebody has to build it. Somebody has to put it together
maintain.
and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I
Like,
think Ben Franklin gets royalties.
I doubt it.
That's
no, but he was a
bullshit.
pimp, and that's why he got the $100 bill.
Yeah, right. That's why it was
He's
fucking.
the only non-president on currency.
And it's not like the little currency; it's the big boy, dog.
Yeah.
like
And he's got that little pussy-eating smirk on him.
yeah, because I mean, he was into French bitches.
Dude, he fucked the Queen of France.
Yeah, gangster.
That's why he's on a $100 bill.
That's a fucking
it's-
G move, dude.
It's
Yeah.
they saw what electric bills were going to be, and they're like, "Yeah, it's going to cost about this much."
You know what? You're not off. Like that's
Actually,
about average.
him on
Actually,
that.
you want to know what got him laid in France? He wore coonskin caps everywhere. That's true.
I'm going to try that.
No. That's a mistranslation. He wore cunt skin caps everywhere.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
No, they all thought he was like fucking Davy Crockett and shit.
He was also just a pimp.
Yeah.
Like certified pimp.
Even though that was way before Davy Crockett. That's what's weird.
That
Literally about 100 years, right? Well, 40, 50 years.
muff diver.
Yeah. Anyways, do I think
He
the
wore that
internet should
hat.
be
And
free?
he was like, obviously he's not afraid of fur.
No, and I say that only as from a capitalist point of view. Of there's a lot of moving parts involved in bringing the internet to you, and because of that, like somebody's got to pay those
Look,
people.
and here's the deal: is the internet is convenient. It is actually not necessity.
You
and
know-
I know we're going to get into the whole like, well, no, everything. Yes, everything runs on the internet now. But the fact of the matter is that it all worked prior to the internet too.
I remember the 90s. So
Nobody
we didn't have
has
that shit.
nobody has rights for a driver's license. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the internet. Nobody has rights to have the internet. It's a privilege to have the internet.
Yeah.
Now, if
And
the
you
internet
need
is
to be
free,
respectful of this fucking technology that is really astounding.
now if the
It's awesome.
internet is free, nothing in this world is free. So we now are going to get taxed more.
I'm free.
No, you're not.
Prove it.
There is a price
All right, I'm
for you,
cheap.
Mike.
All right, there's different.
Whether it's a monetary price or it's a mental price for me, there's still a price for you.
You're gonna pay something.
So
You're
here's the
gonna pay
deal.
something, boy.
Is that it's like that whole like the internet should be free. Okay. But you want all that high-speed internet,
Yeah.
which requires these fiber lines.
How about you get dial up for free?
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. Dial-up should be free.
AOL
I
used to
should
give
not
that shit
have
out
to
for
pay for
free all the
that.
time, man. Just kept getting that new CD that had the 700
No,
hours just
still-
fucking on it.
You
just
still had to pay for a phone line.
Yeah, see, there you go. Do you know why? Somebody had to install the phone lines,
Exactly.
and it's
Mountain
now
Bell has still
somebody
do
has
their
to
job, man.
somebody has to dig all those fucking trenches to drop that fiber line into your neighborhood and all this
Yeah,
shit. And
and
all
it-
those people expect to be paid.
They outlawed slavery, so,
So-
you can't use that.
And that's the thing is like, should anything be free?
Thanks a lot, Lincoln. God.
Anytime that you say anything is free, go look at your tax bill.
yeah,
It
nothing's
wasn't
fucking
free. Like when we talked about free college, and it was like, oh, but now everybody's going to have a 55% effective tax rate because everybody still has to get paid. Like,
I love that. Like, we're gonna give free college. Great. So like the fucking college degree is now as worthless as my high school diploma. Awesome. All right.
I paid for my degree, and that bitch is still useless. So I don't know what the
Right.
fuck.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
never,
I got mine paid for by your tax dollars, and mine's still useless. So fuck on that.
but it still wasn't. But it still
Listen,
wasn't
you not
free.
using it are two different things.
That's true. I could use it.
But it still wasn't free. You did 17 fucking years and broke your body. And what they give you?
That's true. I paid for every fucking day of that
And
college.
What they
17
give you?
years?
They gave you a fucking free college, a free quality
that I'm still paying for.
with
I
mad
pay the
quotes.
taxes.
Yeah, and you're still paying taxes against it.
Yeah.
You did 17 years?
15.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, you were fucking 3 away. Why didn't you just suck it up?
Because he got med boarded.
Dude, I would have did 30.
I know,
Are
I'm
you
just
kidding me?
shit
I actually had a guy in my bar today.
I love the fucking Marine
I had a
Corps,
guy in my
man.
bar today that was pissing and moaning because he got med boarded. Yeah, and he was like, because he wanted to go to a school.
Yeah.
So because he went to a school, he had to get checked. And when he got checked, they were like, "Oh, you're fucked." So we're gonna med board you because we're downsizing.
Yeah.
Shocker, the military's downsizing.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
They weren't when I got
So-
retired. I was really mad.
So we got med
I
boarded.
was pissed.
And that's actually not what bugged me. What bugged me is this dude was sitting in there and it had a skull on his front left breast with a fucking maroon beret on it with a sapper tab above it. And the back said like Sapper Ranger Airborne and this big skull and all this kind of shit. And I was like,
You
"Hey,
went to
man."
enough fucking schools.
I was like, hey man, what'd you do? And he was like, oh, I was a medic. I was like, fucking what the like, spent that $22.50 on that unit t-shirt, did you?
Yeah.
Like
Sure did.
fucking infuriating.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can't believe the unit shirts because I definitely have a shirt that has like a Ranger tab on it, and I don't wear that shit anywhere.
It's like when I see people in
Did
the
I wear the-
basic training t-shirt.
I was wearing the Green Beret Foundation shirt the other day, and some dude walked up to me and was like, "What group are you with?" I was like, "Nah, dog." I was like, "This is a
Scott and I have a
foundation.
funny
It's a friend of
story.
mine." my,
Scott and I have a funny story.
my buddy Brent runs this bitch. I was like,
There's people that are out there that will use memorabilia, for lack of better words,
Yeah.
of special forces groups or military
Yeah.
divisions or anything like that in a lot of their broadcasting of social media and live feeds and things. And, you know, typically, like if I'm sitting here and like I have a Warfighter tobacco, right? Because, well, I'm part of Warfighter tobacco.
Sure.
But if I had a fucking 75th Ranger Regiment mug and I'm not part of 75th Ranger Regiment, people would be like, hey, bro, like, what's up? Oh, you're in fucking, what bat were you in? Like, oh, I wasn't. Why the fuck are you wearing, why are you drinking out of the cup then?
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
Marines have that same thing.
Okay,
They're like, "Oh, why
Scott-
do you have an Eagle Globe?"
Scott,
I know where you're going with this.
How many 75th Ranger Regiment mugs do you have?
But I do have a couple Marine Corps t-shirts that I wear.
That's true.
I've got a Magnum in my fridge that says I hurt my
get
Marine.
that. I get that. But there, it's
You're
not.
welcome.
It's not a consistent thing that you use in every
It
single
was a
social
present,
media
and
post that you do.
I'm not
Right.
ashamed.
Right?
I'm just pissed off my keychain broke.
Like you don't wear a Marine Corps shirt in every single social media post that you do.
No, you're right.
Like you don't portray it as like this is part of me.
You're not simplifying Uran everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I
So
don't
I
even-
shouldn't wear my Satmar shirt all the time.
No, because you're supporting a great organization. But
I don't own a Satmar shirt.
It's like I don't fucking care.
But there's people that are out there that will use these props because that's what they are for these people.
You know what, John?
It's called stolen valor.
I think you should.
Let's not go that extreme.
As soon as you make money on service that you didn't fucking do,
okay.
that's stolen valor.
Sure, I thought you meant like
just wearing it. No,
if I went and ordered a Satmar t-shirt,
sure.
right, and was wearing a Satmar shirt,
People would assume you're Marine because there's an Eagle Globe anchor on the front.
100%, but I
Real-
wouldn't call that stolen valor.
No. Well, it'd be like somebody's like, "Hey, I want to buy this Marine drink," and you're like, "I'm not a Marine," because you're not a piece of shit. You would be like, "I'm not a Marine." I'm
Now
just
I
wearing
would
a shirt.
wear a t-shirt that said "My boyfriend founded Satmar,"
I'm pretty sure we know somebody who can make that happen.
Okay, so now my question to you guys is if somebody consistently uses a prop in a lot of their social media and a lot of their posting,
You should take away the free internet.
no, but when they're asked about it and they're like, "Oh no, I wasn't in that." I'm like, "Oh, okay, then well, how'd you like what's the story behind why you have this specific mug with a specific unit on it and everything that you do?"
Yeah, I have an issue with that, and I have an issue. So we talked about this
it's,
before.
it's not really stolen valor because he's like, "Yeah, no, I wasn't doing that," but he's portraying like this is a part of me.
All right, so I have an example. Adam Calhoun. For a long time, people assumed he was a veteran, right? And if you don't know who Adam Calhoun is, he's a very patriotic guy who
He's guy sits in his car and yells.
He's one of the guys who sits in his cars and yells, yeah. Which I will concede is kind of a veteran thing these days. And like a lot of people believed that this guy was a veteran.
Yeah.
Turns out, no. Matter of fact, he's a felon. He actually went to prison and shit, and like he was not a veteran, but he is a fucking very patriotic guy, right? And he's pretty right leaning, and he's got a good following. A lot of patriotic individuals and veterans.
Hey, don't high
fall
five him. He's
into
not a
that.
felon anymore.
Like fall into that thing. Well, that's the felon
You're
crew
a
back there.
convicted felon that then got it overturned.
Yeah, you
later.
still did the shit,
You still
motherfucker.
did it.
Gary Brugman's in the audience.
I'm a stolen valor felon.
Yeah, you're still a dollar felon.
You're a med boarded veteran. Felon. They were like, felon said it? No, he doesn't qualify.
He
Downgrade
feels-
that shit to a
downgrade
misdemeanor.
that.
That's not a,
That's a C class at best.
couldn't even qualify for felon.
Try harder next time, bud.
TSA was like fucking weak sauce.
Speaking of TSA, that's Department of Homeland Security, which is the same veteran status that he likes. Veteran status.
Oh
that
no,
he likes to
he was
claim.
Department of Transportation. He doesn't even get
Yeah, you weren't even
fucking-
DHS at that point.
yeah,
You
he
were
doesn't even get
right up there with the
DHS.
highway patrol.
Because he's old as shit. Yeah, he's basically highway patrol.
Technically, Gary, since you're back in trucks, is this continued service?
Close enough. Huh? Thank you for your service, Gary. Fucking bitch. Anyways, I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking
I
about.
don't
now.
know.
It happens.
Well, no, we've talked about this on the show before, and what you're describing is the
Oh,
whole.
stolen valor. Adam Calhoun.
It's the familiar thing.
Well,
It's people that
yeah,
get so close to the veteran community
they become familiars.
that they become this familiar thing, and it's like I'm not a veteran, but I'm so close to it that I don't
Yeah.
correct. And the problem is, that they
And he
don't
never
correct
claimed to be a
people,
veteran.
but they also don't say they're not. Either.
He just at the time was sponsored by a fucking veteran company that had like the flag on the shoulder and all that shit. So people assumed, oh, this guy's a veteran,
Right.
and they bought a lot of his stuff under the guise that he was a veteran.
That's the biggest problem I have with that whole assaulting flag on all the fucking t-shirt thing.
Yeah.
Is that it does portray that
That
I
it's-
wore an assaulting flag at some point, and it's like
I mean, I can't even say that. I never wore an assaulting flag because Marines don't wear that.
I know that.
I'm
I'm just saying.
Do you not
like,
wear flags in your uniform?
No.
We don't have patches, man.
Yeah, they don't.
We
do,
don't have Velcro.
They don't. Well, we wore the assaulting flag far
They
before
couldn't
Velcro.
afford the good uniforms.
True.
Like we used to just sew them on.
Also true.
You know, you made about
You're not getting any refuting over here.
I know.
man.
No, just
We know
stating
we're
facts.
facts.
because of that. You personally made about $3,000 more per year than I did in the military because I had to sew on all kinds of bullshit
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh my god!
Consider it a fucking
uniform
blessing.
maintenance was a fucking
No. It's even. It's even.
Because we got to pay for
Look at their
everything.
dress uniforms.
Yeah.
It's even.
You got a fucking
We had a-
expensive blues cost, bro.
We had to sew shit on, but we had a trash fucking Class A uniform.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like,
They didn't have to sew shit on,
Yeah.
but goddamn, they have to spend some money to look good.
dude, all right, so and
Yeah, but
like,
our shit didn't pull tail either,
and
so like they
behind-
made up for it. Like,
behind the fucking uniform is weird too, man, because like the buttons, like you have to get that, like they come with regular buttons.
And then you gotta get the Stay Bright ones.
But you
we
got to
had-
get the
yeah.
Stay Bright
Yeah,
ones.
we did all the
which means
Stay
you got to
Bright
get it. You got to get it fucking
Yeah.
tailored with the fucking
no,
holes.
we did all that shit too.
and all that.
Now,
And then
I think the biggest
like-
difference between the Marine Corps and the Army when it comes down to like the Class A uniforms is in the Marine Corps, all they had to do was put a uniform on. They pulled
And they got
some
laid.
tail.
Yep.
In the Army,
oh, you can put that uniform on an ugly motherfucker. He'll still get laid.
proving my point.
Facts.
In the Army, it came down to the actual person wearing the uniform, not just the uniform they were wearing.
Because I've seen dudes put on army uniforms, and I'm like, motherfucker, you look sharp. I've also seen some fucking sea bags with legs put that fucking uniform on, and I'm like, God damn,
Except for
man.
that
Like,
new one when they went back to the greens and pinks. Fuck.
yeah.
I had that fucking green Class A shit
because it
that
literally
100%
looks like a Marine Corps uniform.
It kind
All they
of
did was they rebooted the World War II
The
uniform
first time I seen it, I was like, yeah, how old is this guy? Like,
because it looks like the World War II
Yeah.
uniform.
Well, that's
it
why they
looks
brought it
good.
back,
But
which
the
is
World
cool,
War
man.
II one was sexy.
If it ain't broke, why are you trying to fix
We
shit?
all had the Class A though, that fucking green
Yeah.
tube that we all wore.
Which we have the same thing. We have a version of that, the Alphas, which is our service Alphas look like your Class A's.
and we
they're
had dress blues if you wanted to buy them,
our
but they were
worst
never
one.
required.
Yeah, we never got issued cut, and there was
Dress-
never a required uniform, and you had to buy them.
dress whites were always the best looking. Like, they're fucking good looking.
The Navy?
The
No,
Navy,
The Army has dress whites.
Like,
I guess, if you're a colonel.
so a few years
No,
ago,
the Army has whites.
The only people I seen in the Army that were in white uniforms are cooks.
Yep.
so we had dress, like, remember Major Payne had his dress white uniform on? That was an officer only uniform, was that dress whites that had like the top collar and all that. And it looked just like the blues, only it was white.
Yeah.
Every officer I've ever talked to that ever wore that thing was like, looked fucking sharp for about 5 minutes. And then it was
Well,
fucked.
yeah.
And then I spilled something on it.
You guys were also all authorized to
fucked.
wear a fucking sword.
Corporals and above, yeah.
That like
Army whites.
Oh,
th-
yeah.
they exist.
Fucking
It's
A.
just nobody
Yeah.
wore them.
They
Yeah.
do look fucking sharp too. They look all right.
The only time you really saw them was for like weddings and shit.
Yeah. Well, so like a few years ago, it was right before I got out. I have a pair of white trousers for dress whites, right? Because staff NCOs got authorized during the summer, where we would wear our blues blouse, our regular blues blouse, but instead of the blue trousers with the blood stripe,
Yeah, I've
they
seen
were
it.
white, right? And that was only for summer wear, unless you were doing funerals. Then for whatever
Yeah,
reason,
that's
you
a
were still
Navy
allowed to do that.
carryover because the Navy's that hard about fashion. They're like, well, in certain parts of the year,
After Labor Day.
Season.
But pre-Labor
It's
Day-
got to be in season.
but after Labor Day, we don't
be
wear
wearing
white.
those. But like, I will concede they looked fucking good, man. Because before that, it was like Eighth and I was the only guys who got to wear the white fucking pants, and basically the rest of the Marine Corps was like, "This
What the
is
fuck
bullshit."
does this have to do with free internet?
I don't know. Nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking nothing. Weird. This has gone on too long. The internet shouldn't be free. What do you think?
No, should not be free.
No.
No.
Great debate topic, Justin.
Yeah. You don't deserve the internet.
Debate topics that last 3 minutes. All right.
That's how we end up talking about fucking uniforms and
Yeah.
shit.
So we rely on what we
So
know.
what
Shit.
would they have to do to make the internet free? Like what like
Well, wait a couple years, and once socialism takes over, then it'll be free.
No, I don't know. Elon
You'll-
might do it. Elon's just going to launch enough satellites where everybody's like, you get free internet.
Here's why I
He's
think
still a
Elon
capitalist.
will do it
100% he's a
though.
capitalist.
He'll do it just to troll people though. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck up
I know.
everybody's money."
yeah.
No, because we've talked about like if you had whatever, what would you do or whatever? And I'm like, Elon has reset my goal.
Yes.
I want enough money to troll the world.
So
Like,
the
that's-
latest, the
Fucking
latest,
I don't give a fuck about buying things, traveling,
The
buying
latest-
toys. I don't give a fuck. I just want enough money just to go like, you know what? I feel like dealing with multi-billion-dollar corporations just to be a fucker.
I like that now. I like that now. He's like, "Yeah, I might not buy Twitter."
well, the latest headline I see is Twitter is slow to release the bot information to Elon. So he's like,
Well, he did his due diligence. Was
Yeah.
looking at it, and he's like, "Dude, there's a large percentage of your accounts that are bullshit."
Yeah.
yeah,
And he's
I-
like, "And until this gets fucking taken care of, this is part of the deal."
yeah.
I read an article.
You
that-
have to purge all non-organic users.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's all got
I
to
read
go.
an article, and I don't know if it's true or not, but that first numbers that Twitter released to him about the percentage of bots when they said it was less than 5%, they took that off of a base of 100 users.
Which means out of every 100, there's 5.
Now,
Well, that would
How-
still be 5% regardless of the scale.
yeah,
The thing is that you can pick the 100 users.
that's what it, that's
So
what
they
it
picked
is.
5 bots and then 100 regular people.
95 regular people.
Or not, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I can tell you that number is bullshit, and I've never seen anything. I haven't been on Twitter other than like,
But if
hey, you want a
somebody's
sneak peek of my OnlyFans? Hit my Twitter account. Like, that's the only time I'm on
Speaking
fucking
of which,
Twitter.
this unemployment thing's not working out. So Chester Extraordinaire is coming back. Check it out.
Dude, I told you how to do it.
But if you're working a 40-something billion dollar deal, you figure like the tiny little cesspool that you want to get data out of is a little bit bigger than 100 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
like, out of all of our users, out of the hundreds of millions of users that we have, or I don't even know how fucking many, this is what it is. Instead, it's like, yeah, it's 5%. What's your base?
How many,
Like,
Justin? How many people are in the world?
I think there's
7.5 billion.
7.6 billion or
Out
something.
of the 15 billion users on Twitter,
Yeah.
we need to figure out
Who's real?
who's real.
yeah, there you go.
You know what's amazing? Is that Big Daddy Elon wants to buy Twitter for $42 billion or whatever it is.
44, yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. When you start putting a B on it, does
Yeah.
it matter at that point?
Yeah.
What's a
It's-
couple $100 million?
It's more money than I'm ever going to fucking see. So
What's a
whatever.
couple
You're talking
thousand
about-
million?
You're talking about less than, I think it was less than 7% of his net worth.
Yeah. Oh, if he was to spend it today,
He'd make it back in 6 months.
less than like 4 months.
That's the
He
equivalent to
makes it
like,
back.
I've got $200.
Yeah.
I would like to buy a pack of Minutemen. How much is a pack of Minutemen?
$32.50.
Which means that I have spent more of the percentile of $200 to spend
Yeah.
than he's going to on
Yeah.
all of Twitter.
All of it.
Yeah. You want to know the definition of fuck you money? That is fuck out
God
of here money,
damn
man.
it.
Yeah.
I love when people are like, well, we need to see the SEC filings to see if he's actually going to be able to obtain these funds and blah, blah, blah.
He's got it in liquid.
Right? No.
He's got it fucking in his mattress, man.
The best part is the entire news cycle hit that.
He's
and
like, "You
all
want me to
these
write you a
articles, all these articles came out about that, but that was it. It was a 24-hour news cycle and it disappeared. And nobody realizes that it disappeared because somebody actually did a little bit of homework and was
And
like,
went like,
"Oh,
oh, no,
yeah,
he's got it."
he can afford that."
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, anytime you can build
Like
your
Elon
own
Musk could
rockets to
damn
go.
near clear the fucking national debt, dude.
Well, not
Like,
to mention that, but he's saving a lot on mortgage payments right now because he's living with friends.
Yeah.
So,
true.
cheap
But
bastard.
anytime that you can build your own rocket to go to space and have done it several times and then land it upside down in the ocean,
Here's
he's got it.
This-
Like,
yeah.
and he can get the money.
He's good.
Yeah.
so
He's good for it. Yeah.
Elon Musk solidifies my viewpoint about space travel. Okay. The people that are smart enough to develop technology and the ability to go to space have never been to fucking space.
Yeah.
None of them.
Well,
Not a
Elon's
single one.
from space, so
Yeah.
doesn't really count.
But has he ever gone up?
Well,
No,
he's
he just
definitely
came
come
down
down.
But he's never gone back up.
Not since he landed.
Right? He designs. He has the money. He designs. He's the brains behind the whole operation. He has a crew that fucking does all the fucking work.
Well, yeah, because
to get
if
it to where it's
he dies in one of these fucking,
I guarantee
Like-
that's what it is.
Or is it the fact
that's
that
exactly what it is.
or is it the
his
fact
investors
that,
are like, no.
what investors? He doesn't have investors.
His
or is it the
fucking
fact
board
that,
and fucking
that he's
people
like,
running shit?
this is a great idea. Let's test it. And it goes up and it comes back down. He's like, oh, that's sweet. That fucking works. Cool. Who wants to go?
Yep.
Because I'm not fucking doing it.
yeah,
I would in a heartbeat.
I would.
That's what I
I
mean.
would.
If any one
Yeah.
of us had the money and the brains to be able to develop technology to fucking go to space,
Even
we'd
better.
be the first fucking one.
yeah.
Put me on it. Let's go.
Look at
Let me
who's
pull
the,
the
who's
string.
the Virgin Atlantic fucking dude.
From Virgin Records, Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. He did. He was like,
Branson wrote his own shit.
He was like, I'm going up. Fuck it.
And
He was
all-
the first one
That's a
up.
fucking- But he doesn't
He was
have-
not the first one up. They did like 12 launches.
He's
before
a lot
he got
closer
on.
to death
Yeah, but he
anyway
still
than
did it.
Elon.
Here's the difference. He isn't smart enough to figure out
No,
the
he
technology.
just has the money.
He has the money to pay people to do it, and
Yeah.
he gets on that fucking rocket and goes.
But
The people that are
Elon-
smart enough to fucking do it,
Elon
they're not
knows
getting
this-
on that fucking spaceship.
Elon knows the science.
Yeah,
Like rocket scientists are never astronauts.
true.
They always find some fucking bravado like you that's like, hey, you want to get on this rocket? And they're like, oh, fuck it, I'll get on a rocket. I'll
For
come
God
go
and
into
country.
space. And the guys that
know
designed
what?
it, they were like, hey, we're
I
going
was gonna argue it, but I'd fucking
Yep.
totally do it. I would totally do
In the
it.
60s and 70s, all those astronauts drove muscle cars and
Yep.
they were fucking type A. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Go find those
that's it.
videos. Those motherfuckers were showing up to the launch site and they were all driving convertible Corvettes and shit
Yeah.
like
Dude.
that, like pulling up. Like,
I want the fucking Top Gun theme as I walk
Yep.
up.
See?
No.
You just slow walk.
because you have to break the science down. It's like, hey,
I want
we're
the
gonna
Armageddon. I
we're
want
gonna
the one
strap
like in
you.
Armageddon where it's
You want Aerosmith going?
no,
I
the-
don't want to close.
no the
my-
Rocket Man. God, who sings Rocket Man?
Elton John.
Elton
Yeah,
John.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I want. Sorry.
Hell yeah. Pack my bags.
Yep.
Pre-flight.
The people that are smart
0
enough,
hour,
the
9
people that are
a.m..
smart enough to develop the technology will never step foot in a fucking rocket or spaceship and go to outer space. They won't because they
As a
fucking
kite
know
by
better.
then.
I don't know if it's because they know better.
I guarantee you, it's because they're like, look, we
They
have
know
a
it can go wrong.
70% chance of this actually working.
They know it can go wrong.
yeah, but I think Elon will go. He's just waiting for the right one.
He's waiting for the one so he can go and never come back.
Yeah.
So
He's
But
like,
here,
we're
I'll
going to
put it this
Mars
way.
and colonizing.
you
and
know how to
that's
build a
me.
rifle.
yeah.
Would you get behind the rifle?
Yeah.
Would you get in front of it?
Well, that's different.
It's not.
No, because you know it works.
Because you know on the other end what could go wrong.
These people don't get in
It
these rockets.
purposely goes wrong for the other end.
But these
That's
people
different.
don't get in these rockets because they know what could
All right.
happen on the
All
other
right.
end.
Would you hold the target? You slide a rifle in, hand it to John. Are you going out there and
Yeah.
holding the target?
I would if I had. Yeah.
Negative. No.
No, you fucking wouldn't.
You designed the rifle.
If there
you
was a
designed
good-
the rifle.
If there was a good reason to, I would.
You designed the rifle,
I
and
would
you
hold.
give.
I would hold the pop cannon
No.
at 100 yards.
So
I would
all
hold.
day long.
I would
No,
hold a rifle.
for-
I would hold a target for Scott
sure.
all day.
No, but you're not thinking about who's piloting that fucking thing. So let me give it to you this way.
I am. Scott's shooting the rifle. That's,
No,
all
no.
the
That's what
only
he's-
reason I'm holding it.
That's what we're saying.
You're talking about who designed the rifle. You designed the rifle. You sighted in the rifle.
No, I said if he's shooting it.
You give me the rifle.
No.
Fuck no.
Would you hold the target?
No.
Not a chance.
Nay.
I'll hold the target with a 100-foot stick.
See,
No.
so you're talking
And
about
that is-
somebody.
that's the same
Yeah.
rationale, though.
You designed
Yeah.
the rifle, and he understands how the rifle's designed, and you understand that he's an expert within that system.
I also wouldn't
You're
hire
talking
you
ab-
as the pilot for that rifle. I would hire John.
But that's not how we hire those pilots. We hire people that go like, "We're going to strap you to 100,000 gallons of explosive and launch you into space."
Bet.
And it's like, strap me in. And it's like, those are the people that you're getting.
I'm the guy that gets hired for that shit.
You ever listen to those guys talk
God
after
damn it,
the
Jazz. I wanted to refute it, but fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm that dickhead.
You're that guy.
Yeah, fuck.
I've
Are
seen
rockets-
Mikey shoot. I'm not holding the target.
Are rockets actually piloted though?
So there is
They are
always a
manned.
You got to
They're
point them up.
manned, but they're not
You
piloted.
got to point them up.
But they are, but the thing is that they actually do control pitch and yaw.
Once
so
the stratosphere hits,
That's the
Yeah.
only reason I want to be a fucking an astronaut is so I can just sit in a fucking rocket as I'm getting sent to space, and I can just be like, "Yeah, bitch, yeah."
would it be yeah, pitch, yeah.
100%.
God damn it.
If you want evidence of the fact that you can't get smart people to get in there, look at the Challenger. And who do we stick in that? A 4th grade elementary school teacher. And what happened?
Whoops.
It exploded.
Is that too soon?
No, this was the 80s.
Nah, that's probably fine. If we can make fun of 9/11, we can make fun of the Challenger.
Fucking, there wasn't even 22 on that one.
Yeah, right. It was way less than that. Yeah.
God.
Well, fuck boys. Anyways, this has gone off the fucking rails.
And fuck you, pay for your internet, you
Yeah.
fucking cheap bitches.
Yeah, pay for your fucking internet. Raise my glass. Thanks for being my freedom friend. Cheers, boys. All right.
But if you got a rocket, I got a pilot. Fucking-
I'll co-pilot as long as I can yell.
yeah, right.
Yo, bitch! Yo, bitch!
Yeah, pitch. Like, share, subscribe, smash those fucking buttons. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends
Tell your fucking mom's friends. God damn it.
that I got a rocket she can fucking pilot.
That's right. It's butthole scarf season's coming this fall. God damn it. So whether you're paying for internet, you're not piloting rocket ships or wearing a nice uniform, we appreciate the fuck out of you guys listening to this.
This episode's brought to you by Chest Hair Extraordinaire
You
on
goddamn right.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.com/chesthair extraordinaire. Check them out. It's going to be some new content coming out.
The first 10 people to actually go tag Chest Hair Extraordinaire are getting a trial run, 7 days.
There,
Free subscription.
You know what? Fair. Fair. Yeah. 3 little things, boys. Easy to live by, not hard at all. Johnny Boy hit him with the first one.
Smoke on.
Jazz?
Drink on.
God damn it, kids.
Freedom the fuck
on. See you later.